and running. There you go. Oh, forgot to share YouTube for you guys out there in YouTube. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, guys, so welcome back. Looks like we're going to have another exciting morning. We're about 150 points. Got a couple of nice, interesting stocks. I'm making a nice little move. We're doing really, really well with the stock MRIN. I had a really nice pop on the second. What was that time? Actually, there was two of them, actually. But and there was one nasty one at 8 a.m. But program trading is what makes stocks make their biggest moves. And I just want to blow this up really quick. So, some of us get in early. We usually start opening up the room around 7:45. The stock obviously came up to on our watch list. And then all of a sudden, boom, the thing just ran up to about 290. What a cheap little stock, right? Is that nice little cheap little stock right there? And then all of a sudden, the stock literally ran and took a really nice run from 270, and then the second program trading time zone at 8:30, boom, went from 270 all the way up to 315. You could have traded several thousand shares of that. You could have traded one share of that stock. The goal is having the fun of making money, and in a stock that's going the trend, and also doing it in pre-market. I want to point out something over here. There was a couple of orders. I didn't see that much excitement on level 4. I'll bring it over here so you guys can see it. So I did see a big order right here. It got filled when the stock came back down. There was literally about, I don't know, not really that much, about only about 127,000 shares, but which is a lot. And sure enough, that's what we focus on. Follow the big money. And then, boom, the thing obviously popped all the way to about 319. But here, when I didn't see any orders out there, and I saw this other order right around that 8:30 get filled, that's where you had that really nice pop. So, that really pretty much did it for this morning. There were a couple other stocks out there that made some nice moves. Laser, Lewis is calling Laser. That made a nice little pop right there. We're going to check out that one also. But as always, you know how I give you a nice watch list. I'm going to do something a little different again, like I did yesterday. I'm going to go through the watch list, show you how we bang it out. Also being a little bit more of an educated type of class, and then obviously that kind of give you an idea of how we find these big movers. Now, obviously, you could see the biggest percentage gainer in today's market on the Nasdaq and on the most volume list right there on the left-hand side is MRIN. Now, does it mean that this is over? It's done? Stocks up 75%? No, listen, there are a lot of the stocks out there, that are going to move. So this might be done for all we know. But being a good trader, you have to remember it's not about hitting home runs. It's about base hits. You know what? Every time you try to hit a home run, you're going to strike out more than others. So that's basically where that comes about. Now, before I do that, I just want to kind of touch about some stocks that we did trade yesterday that some of you missed. I want to start off with the ENTX trade. And let me just fix that chart right there and blow that up so you guys could see it. So anyway, that stock had a really nice big early mover. Right out of the gate, ran from 640 right up to about 840. Really nice $2 move, but it got there so fast that I always tell you, and we teach you this in class, things that go up really fast, you got to be very careful because they come down twice as fast. So that one did really well too. Wish, also, same thing. Stock had a nice push. Then it kind of, and then, you could have made your money if you stuck around and tried to trade it. You got yourself in trouble. Fubo, Fubo, this thing just moved in the middle of the day. It's kind of hard, so there's always good timings during the day to trade. So, the thing is, people always want to say, you have to be here all day. No, I work. Can I still trade? Yes, because the market's trading from 9:30 Eastern to 4 o'clock. And, we're always trading pre-market. So that was also pretty good. Tiger was also another one that had a really nice early move. It's just moving up a little bit, but you can see it from 9:30. It's nice stock from 24 all the way to about 26. It wasn't like some of the other stocks that we traded the other day where they were up 100, 150%, but there was definitely nice movement there to make a nice, decent day's pay. And then the ORPH, I want to just bring that one. That one was phenomenal, though. That was probably one of the best ones. And what's funny? We always talk about the 1030 move. That's another time of program trading. That thing just literally ran. Once it broke that 660 price range when it hit that resistance level right at the open. Doing this thing was off to the races. This thing ran all the way up to 920. So, and everybody should know this stock right here because this is a stock that we traded just about, not too long ago. Ran from $5 all the way to $75. Yeah, that candlestick right there you're looking at, that is absolutely right. The thing got halted. This is what we train for. You're there and listen, they're always there every day. So let's go through, but that's the past. Let's not worry about that. Let's flip the page and now let's focus on what's going on to the future. And the future is follow the big orders, cyber traders, and my fellow traders on YouTube and Facebook. You got to follow the orders. So we have our level 4. Where is she? Where did I put her? She's right here somewhere. There we go. It's hiding behind the other window. This is a problem. You have too many windows. You kind of lose things around the window. So here's another stock that's moving this morning. Charles actually calling this CLOV. I forgot about that one too. CLOV. Hold on. Has been treating us really, really nicely, and I've been a big fan of that one. Yes, great call right there, Charles. Look at that gorgeous pop right there, 14.25. You know what? It just came up. It's right now the 5th biggest percentage gainer on the NASDAQ. I love the NASDAQ. Listen, I'm not biased, but it's just the NASDAQ. There's just so much more action, more volatility, but always important what we always train you. You don't jump into a stock without knowing where the orders are. Now, this stock, we did really well with it. The stock had that big rally from $10 to $27, came crashing down, but she's been doing really nicely lately. She's just a little volatile, but great call right there. We're going to come back to it. Okay, let me just bring this up to you and share what's going on. Yeah, there was a big order right here. You can see the thing got filled, 15,000, 19,000, big iceberg order. Now that buyer became a seller. Really nice trade right there. Once that big seller got done, that stock just literally went off to the races. Great call right there. Hope you got a little piece of it. Anyway, a couple of the stocks out there that are big percentage gainers doesn't mean that they're good to trade. They're obviously without the volume, they're not worth it. So this is garbage. This is garbage. This is the warrant for CLOV. Very difficult. Spreads are pretty big when it comes to that. This is not a good, stock, decent volume, up a little bit. Spreads too big. Remember, they have to be very tradable. You got to make sure you have a very, very good level on it. Now, what else? As I'm working way down the list, you can see like now we're getting down to the 5% time zones. When we get to 5%, that's where I call it quits. I'm not a big fan of it, but this one I am throwing on here. The VXRT. Wow, this one just made a nice little move too. Another 9 o'clock program trading. This stock, we traded it back in February. Some of you remember this thing ran from $7 up to $25. Yeah, that could happen. That could happen. You're like, wow. And everyone keeps talking about AMC and GameStop. Guys, professional traders like us, we see these things all the time. By the way, this is why you don't hold positions overnight. PRTG. People think like, well, I don't trade $3, $5 stocks. I don't know what you guys are prejudiced about. Why? If you can make $1 on a $5 stock, does it matter if you trade it's too cheap. They're not penny stocks because you want to trade expensive stock. Yeah, wake up one morning and be in a stock like PRTG, and every day you think like, we're doing great, $30, $40. Oh, it's going to probably go back to 100. Boom, wake up the next morning, 40, 35. Boom, gap down, 27. Terrible. I don't know. Maybe we'll get it on a dead cat bounce. PRTG. This one I love. My favorite is I love bottom fishing. I love stocks that get crushed and beat up because what happens, some people got to average down, and that's and that does happen, and people obviously make a little bit of a bounce on that stock. GTT, another one I found this morning. We traded this one too back in June. We're from $1.50 to $4.50. She's not looking too pretty in pre-market. You could see she's like hovering right around these resistance levels back in the beginning of June. She's holding here pretty strong. I'll pop over there and check on level 4 and see what I think. But as you're looking at some of these stocks, they're not as pretty as some of the NASDAQ stocks. That's why New York stocks, we don't get the great volatility as much as I like. IGC, nice little stock, nice trend, but she's trending down. Nice level 1 stock, even though she's up 22%. Not really a big fan. So I'm not seeing anything pretty that I like on the New York Stock Exchange. There's really nothing there that really stands out. Losers, Rite Aid. Never liked that store. I don't know what it is. They put one in my town and they got bought out by Walgreens, thank God. But I don't know. Never really was a fan of it. But it is at support levels. Not going to hold it against it. All right. Not going to hold it against it. What was that DQ? This one's taking a really big hit too. A lot of these stocks are really coming down a little hard. So that pretty much does it. I mean, what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks. That's not bad. That's not bad for this morning. What else that we got going on? Who's looking at something else? ORPH. Norman's bringing that one up there. You know, like I told you, I'm not super sold on it. It was great. It did a nice move. I'll put it back on the watch list again. You know, maybe it'll come back after that big rally. But listen, don't let what happened, you know, when it went from that $8 to $80. But I will, if you did your homework and you learned what we taught you here at CyberTrade University, and you look at your journals and look and say, how did I trade that stock? How did it work for me? Make sure you look into it. But we'll put it on the watch list. We'll see how it goes. All right. Anything else that I'm missing I did not call out? Anything else out there? Goldman Sachs bought 5% shares of what? Oh, an ORPH? Was that the news what happened, Tina, before? I mean, I rarely ever hear Goldman Sachs buying, you know, a stake in a company, which is very, very rare. That's pretty funny. But we'll keep an eye on that. That's very interesting. And by the way, for some of you who don't know this, okay, yesterday it did. Oh, that's why it ran. If some people you don't know this, Goldman Sachs is the godfather of Wall Street. Okay, I think 70% of their business model is all trading. So you might hate them, you might not like them, you think they're sleazy, you know, you think they're cocky, but at the end of the day, when they talk, you better listen, because they're not stupid. They got the smartest people in the world that work there, and they're some of the best traders in the world. And I know that because some of them live in my neighborhood. All right, guys, good luck today. Happy trading. We'll be back at 2:30 for the afternoon meeting. Cyber traders, you know, commentary will start at just when the market opens up. And if you see something, say something. If you're watching this video, just friend us, like us. And like I said, feel free to come and join us and find these stocks that move in today's markets, all right? Because that's what it's all about. Make your money, enjoy it, and take the day off and come back tomorrow. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. Be safe.